distance Mumai, and I am a yoga instructor here in Wichita. I am an Ashtanga yoga instructor. I have been teaching yoga for a little over 4 years now. I decided to become an instructor to give the gift of Ashtanga yoga to the community because I felt that there was a void that needed to be filled. Ashtanga yoga is something that is so different from what's experienced in most classes and settings here in Wichita, in the fact that there's no heat, no mirrors, no music. It's very structured, and it follows a long lineage of teachers that's passed down. It's a tradition, it's a lifestyle, it's a whole body experience, not just physically. It works on the mental, the spiritual, everything that yoga is. So Ashtanga yoga has transformed my life. When I very first started yoga, it was nice. It was a way to kind of escape, and I used it as maybe something to get out of my daily life, right? To kind of like move and have a distraction. Ashtanga yoga completely flipped that. Ashtanga yoga made me realize that I need to be more present, and it made me confront what it meant to live in this moment. The good side, the bad side, the hard side, the easy side. And it's not a distraction. I felt like in other classes I could kind of lose myself in the movement, lose myself in the music, and Ashtanga yoga has no room for that. You have to be present and you have to be aware the whole entire time. So yoga has multiple benefits. On the physical side, yoga brings you strength, it brings you flexibility, it brings you, and Ashtanga yoga specifically brings you discipline, which I think maybe a lot of people need. Yes, it requires you to practice 6 days a week and consistently to show up on your mat. And with that, you get a beautiful reward of, because we're doing the same sequence every single time, you get to see your strength and flexibility progress, and you get to measure it. And so for people who maybe have like type A personalities that like to be in control and that are almost perfectionists, Ashtanga yoga is perfect for that, because you get to be corrected, you get to be shown what to do, and you get results fairly quickly. It's great for stamina, it's great for breath control, it controls your heart rate, so many amazing things. On the mental side, yoga brings you with that discipline, determination. It gives you a better understanding of yourself, which I think a lot of people need as well. We like to focus on outward things, how we look, how we are performing. And while we're focusing on the physical side and trying to progress, trying to get stronger and more flexible, on the mental side, we're learning that it really doesn't matter either way, whether you're strong, whether you're flexible. Today I'm gonna be great, tomorrow maybe not so much, but I'm fine either way. It makes no difference. I fail, I succeed, I fail, I succeed, I fail, I succeed, and here still I am, just as strong. So I decided to become a yoga instructor, and becoming an instructor and becoming a studio owner were fairly quick decisions, and they were in quick succession. Like, I became an instructor and then almost immediately decided to become a studio owner. And I think like me taking my first Ashtanga class and really becoming immersed in the culture and in the lineage sparked something inside me. It made me recognize that this is what I want to do with my life. It was like I had been drinking milk all my life, and then I had a cookie and I said, oh, cookies and milk, this is it. Like, this is how I want to be. And with that, again, I didn't have anything like that in Wichita. There was no space for me to practice consistently. There's so many amazing instructors, but they weren't a part of my lineage, a part of Ashtanga yoga consistently enough. And I feel that the community needs it. And so I stepped up. Ashtanga yoga kind of teaches you that you can do it or you can't. You try, and so I tried. Here I am. It's been challenging in good ways, just like my practice. There's some days that are great, some days that are not so great. My amazing days are when I get to see my students start to believe in themselves and I start to see a transformation. I think that that's the most rewarding thing as a teacher. The most challenging times are when I have to deal with people getting in their own way. Maybe they say that they want to practice and they say that they want to change, but then when it comes down to that, it's uncomfortable and it takes bravery and work, and sometimes people just aren't at that point in their life when they're ready for that. And those are the really hard times, trying to not take it personal. So right now I'm kind of in a transition period, and I link everything back to my practice, because what we do on our mat always translates into what is happening in the real world. So on our mat, we're constantly tweaking and fixing our postures, fixing our body. It moves from gross to subtle. Like I may just be working on flexibility in my whole body, and then I'm working on flexibility in my hamstrings, and then I'm working on flexibility in one specific hamstring. Like it just kind of goes narrower and narrower. So originally, I was trying to teach yoga to the masses, and then I was trying to transition that into just teaching Ashtanga, and now I'm specifically translating that into maybe just taking on a small handful of practitioners and really giving my students absolute one-on-one attention and giving them instruction and guidance in not just the physical side, but all the rest of the parts of yoga that have transformed me, and to maybe share that gift with others. So if there's one thing that I could change about Wichita and change about our community, and specifically since I'll say everyone, I was gonna say the yoga community, but I think yoga should be practiced by everyone, is I think that people recognize that they are worth the time. To not feel guilty for taking time out of their day to work on themselves. And I wish that people would give themselves the benefit of the doubt, that it's okay to fail. Most people don't try yoga because they say, I'm not strong enough, I'm not flexible enough, I've never done it, I don't know what to expect. So again, they're in their own way. And if they would take that out, and I'm gonna try it, maybe I'll be amazing, maybe I won't, but let me do it and see how it goes. I do have children, and I never thought that I would be a business owner. Like that's not what I dreamed of when I was a little kid. My kids see me owning a business, and they see the time that it takes and the effort, and they are very much a part of my business. And I want them to do whatever they feel is gonna best fulfill them. I don't want them to feel that they have to have a job where they're clocking in, clocking out, like working for someone else, kind of just being a slave of the motion, just going through the hamster wheel of life. I want them to experience as much as they can and be comfortable in trying. Practice. Life is practice. Life isn't a performance. It's not something that you're always on show. There's highs, there's lows. That's exactly what practice is, and life is a practice. And I want them to practice as much as they can. So as a business owner, I'm starting to just kind of wet my toes. As I said before, I don't have a business degree. I wasn't ever planning on opening up my own business. So I'm very much green. I'm a newbie to this. And so I am trying new things. Right now, my advertisement has been very organic. I like to call it like non-GMO. I like to, or it has been very grassroots, just kind of word of mouth, very basic social media, posting up flyers in local businesses in my area. I'm in Delano right now. So kind of contacting business owners and trying to couple with them. And it's going fine. Now I'm starting to look for more, trying to make myself more of a brand instead of a destination. And I think that that's kind of where I pitfalled before, and I'm starting to learn from being just an entity where I'm trying to bring people into me. Now I'm starting to try to bring myself to other people. So my best form of advertisement so far, honestly, has been word of mouth. Once you come to my space and you come to me as a student and you come to Ashtanga Yoga, either it's kind of it's hot or cold. Like you love it and it's it, and you want to preach it to everyone, come to Ashtanga Yoga. And so then they tell them to come to me. Or it's, you come to Ashtanga Yoga and it feels foreign, especially if you've taken classes in Wichita before. And so it's a little weird, so you're not quite sure, and so you're hesitant to try it again. So word of mouth has been phenomenal for me, and I'm looking now for more than just word of mouth. So I feel like in the business of yoga, I'm in it for the business, but I'm more in it for the yoga. So having lots of advertising, having a huge billboard with my face on it, or commercials with me, that would be great. Getting the word out of yoga and out of Ashtanga in the community as more of a household name is my ultimate goal. Whether you want to practice with me, I just want more people to practice yoga, honestly. Like, do all the yoga, everyone. And so I want more students to come to me to experience that. But instead, and more so than that, I want more people just to come to yoga. Whether it's with me, whether it's with another teacher, whether it's in another area. I feel that I am a vessel for this practice, and I'm just sharing what I have. And some people are receptive towards that, some people are not. I'm really in the headspace at this point in my business and in my personal journey of not taking any of that personal. And so whatever advertisement comes, I'm trying to not put too much weight into it.